Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, man, this does not work. Let's get open for business here and let's wake up my football gods again. Wake up, guys. Got another thing to deal with. You know what? I love doing this. I honestly envy people who can actually do this for a career. Talk about football. I mean, let's face it, man. I am a football addict. I live every single day, 365 days a year, football. I love it. And for those who are actually out there that can talk about this and cover it, wow, that truly is the dream job. I just really envy them. Now I know I'm not, a former NFL player. I didn't go to ESPN School of Broadcasting. I'm not, a sideline reporter. I am nobody. I've got no credibility. But it amazes me how people can be so wrong that are quote unquote experts that it doesn't matter what they say. It does not matter. It does not cause them any trepidation. It does not cause them their job. Because sometimes they say things that just seem so idiotic. It's okay because they still keep their job. And I'm just trying to understand that because if I, oh, Lord help me, if I get something slightly wrong, I get jumped on like crazy. So I'm going to do the same thing that people do to me, to others out there, because it's kind of funny.
Who's the last quarterback with intangibles that we saw win the Super Bowl?
Brady's got intangibles. I know
No, Brady's great. He's the greatest of all time.
But a lot of it is his intangibles. A lot of it with Joe Montana was his intangibles.
But Brady doesn't need anyone else on that offense to play well. Dak needs those two other guys.
He does. He doesn't throw it like Brady, obviously.
He needs a perfect situation to be a great quarterback or a second-tier quarterback. I'll let him walk and take Teddy Bridgewater, and you'll have a better football team.
You
give me Teddy Bridgewater right now, and the Cowboys are better.
Shiny suit
team.
man delivering takes.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So that was Bart Scott's take on Dak. He was asked about that today. And here's his
He out there. This is our window. Let's go get him. And I thought that they could have took advantage and really locked this division up.
But I want to circle back again, price notwithstanding. Before the year, you were of the belief that flip Dak and Teddy Bridgewater and the Cowboys are the same team. Has Dak done enough? I know it's only 2 weeks, but it has been 2 exceptional weeks. Has Dak done enough in those 2 weeks to make you adjust your opinion on that?
Slightly. Slightly, he showed that he can take advantage of the new weapons he has and the new offense. He's really buying in. He's really fundamentally sound. He's starting to run the ball a little bit more and be able to understand when he needs to lean on his teammates and when he needs to lean on himself. Now, into regards to Teddy Bridgewater, who had a horrible game, I think that this week's going to be a lot better because he's going in knowing that he's going to be the starter, and I think you'll see a better version of Teddy Bridgewater this week.
One note for the Cowboys, and where they've been exceptional this year after being miserable last year. People will think it's deep down the field passing. That's been improved, but that hasn't been the big change. The big change is last year they were awful at turning 7 into 3. They got in the red zone and they kicked field goals. They got within the 10-yard line. They kicked field goals.
Okay. I just can't. I just can't. So, you could be completely wrong. I'm just trying to understand how credibly. I mean, let's be honest here, okay? And I have to agree with them that, Teddy Bridgewater did not prepare to be the starter last week. So, the fact that he was 165 yards and a 72 QBR, no touchdowns, no interceptions, is probably about right because when you are the starter, you're getting all the reps. As a backup, you're just there. So I get that. But I'm trying to understand what could, in God's green earth, make Bart Scott think that Teddy Bridgewater was anywhere close to anything that Dak Prescott has done. Because when we're talking about Teddy Bridgewater, and this is not to throw shade on the guy or anything, but even you haters have to admit that Dak Prescott is at least a little bit better than anything Teddy Bridgewater has done. I mean, Teddy Bridgewater, his career, 6,400 yards, 29 TDs, 23 interceptions, 85 QBR. And the last year that he had played more than one game was 2015, where he played 14. I'm sorry, 2015, where he played the season and had 14 touchdowns and 9 interceptions with an 88. So my question is this: how do I get that job? Seriously. How do you get a job when you have no freaking clue as to what you are saying? I get it that we're supposed to throw shade at Dak Prescott, but Teddy Bridgewater? Teddy Bridgewater? Dak Prescott's worst year, 2017, is still far and away better than any year that Teddy Bridgewater had. And we're talking about a team. Now here's the thing. Here's where we'll know. It's not like there's nobody there in New Orleans. He's got a complete team. He has a team that should have been Super Bowl champions last year had it not been for a blown call. And, you know, the one thing that drives me crazy on that whole take, beyond just Bart Scott, is the lady on there who's up there saying, Tom Brady doesn't need any of these guys. Dak Prescott has to have people around you. That is the biggest piece of bullshit that I have ever heard in my life. Because now what we're saying about poor Carson Wentz is, oh, everybody's injured. He's not expected to do well. I'm sorry. If that's the case, let's do an experiment. How about this? Since Tom Brady doesn't need people around him, how about I play the number 1 wide receiver? We get E2 Blue as the second, and we'll put Clarence out there as the number 3. And let's see how many Super Bowls he wins with those guys. So can we stop with the stupid ass arguments out there that are really just BS? But still, Bart Scott, man, dog, I'd like to have your job. Wow. And you can't even admit that, hey, I was wrong. Now, I'll tell you one thing I will do. If I'm wrong, I will tell you I am wrong. That's called having credibility. I'm Mark Holmes, and wow. Let me go back to sanding some wood at my day job. I'll see you soon.